Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Amir, co-founder, co-CEO at 0x. We have been building in this space for a super long time, since 2016, and it's entirely been in the Ethereum and EVM world up until now. So I wanted to share some reflections on Solana and how my thoughts on it have evolved over time, because I have been exposed to it from the very early days. First, a little bit about what 0x actually does. We've been building decentralized exchange infrastructure in this space since 2016. We launched originally in 2017. Today, we focus on liquidity aggregation. We power the swap functionality in all of your favorite EVM wallets and applications, and over $150 billion in volume has been routed through our APIs over the years. Now, a brief history of 0x and Solana. So in 2018, we were thinking through DEX mechanism design and market structure, thinking about fair ordering of transactions and things like that. And one of our investors introduced us to a little company called Loom Protocol. Most people probably have never heard of Loom Protocol. That's actually what Solana was called before it became Solana. So we meet up with Toli in our office. Turns out he was literally our next door neighbor in San Francisco, and clearly a very smart guy. But at the time, every new blockchain was promising the world, but it was all kind of vaporware, right? Like the only live functioning blockchains were Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then forks of the two. So I kind of took the view that I'll believe it when I see it, not quite the right time to build on it. 2019, Toli hits me up again. I think Solana had just launched on testnet, and he was like, Amir, what will it take to get 0x to build on Solana? 0x was the most prominent DEX protocol at the time, but 2019 was also in the midst of a very deep bear market. For those of you who were around then, this was the bear market where people were questioning the need and existence of this technology at all. We were not really sure if we were going to make it out. Everyone was just like focused on trying to find real use cases and users. And even though we were the largest DEX protocol, we didn't have a ton of usage. There were probably like single-digit thousands of users in the space. So I told Toli, come back and talk to me when there are actually users and tokens on Solana. Next couple of years, the space kind of blows up. DeFi summer happens. DeFi gets product market fit. DEXs get product market fit. We're crushing it. We're along for the ride. Our volumes are going through the roof. And Solana started to get an inkling of traction. But compared to all the adoption that we were seeing, and we're expanding to all these new EVM chains and stuff, we were just focused on growing and keeping the lights on. Still not quite the right time. Then in 2021, something kind of interesting happens. Despite us doing really well, 3 folks from the team decide to leave, and they started a little wallet called Phantom. So we're like, okay, well, I wonder why they decided to go all in on Solana and started to think about it a little bit more seriously. Solana started to grow throughout 2021 as well, and by 2022, we actually more or less made the decision to build on Solana, and we were pretty much ready to pull the trigger until something catastrophic happened, and FTX blew up. This obviously hurts Solana a lot, but it impacted the entire space. I mean, just across the board, trading volumes are down like 90%, right? And company priorities changed. We just needed to focus on building a sustainable business, growing as much as we can, going where the users are. Not quite the right time for Solana. In retrospect, this was the critical mistake. If I had to do it over again, would have just hired out another team, built it in parallel. This is the bear market that I think actually was sort of responsible for Solana's success, perhaps. I think it created a really resilient and passionate community, which just survived throughout the bear market, right? And caused this very violent comeback which was really hard to predict. But if it was just a bull market throughout, I'm actually not sure if Solana would have kind of reached the same scale that it's at today. And then finally, 2024, end of 2024, you make the decision to build on Solana. So why now? I think Solana is one of the only 3 chains that has truly crossed the chasm. Bitcoin proved money, Ethereum proved smart contracts, Solana proved velocity in more ways than one. Speed of the blockchain, speed of token creation, speed of team execution, frankly. Genie is out of the bottle now, and it's not going back in. I think no matter how bad things get, no matter how bad the markets are, Solana is going to survive. I am very confident of that. Our mission at 0x has always been to create a tokenized world where all value can flow freely. I mean all value. And we're at the point where I cannot in good faith say that we are accomplishing our mission unless we are live on Solana and making a serious impact there. It is very clear to me that Solana has become a nexus of tokenization and that trend will only continue. It is no longer a choice to build on Solana. It is a necessity for us to build on Solana in order for us to accomplish our mission. So 0x is making a large and permanent investment in Solana, and here's why you should be excited about that. In the EVM space, we are known for our world-class routing. Our routing algorithms will find by far the best prices. We are known for having the best trade execution, meaning that users actually realize good prices, not just see good quotes. And we have pioneered many different liquidity models in the space, including order books on Ethereum, RFQ on Ethereum, and we've even dabbled in some AMM design. We are building our Solana integration from scratch. We're not taking any shortcuts. We're not just wrapping existing APIs. We are building it the right way to make sure that we are taking all the best properties of our EVM APIs and bringing them to Solana as well. And more competition in Solana will ultimately drive innovation and create more value for users and developers. The Solana blockchain is really cheap, but if you look at the overall effective fees that users are paying per trade, they are actually quite high. And I believe by us entering the space and driving more competition, we will ultimately drive down those fees for users and developers. Over the years, we have witnessed EVM market structures evolve a lot. I am sure that Solana will continue to evolve, and we are excited to be a part of that evolution. I expect to see many more sophisticated AMMs launch. I saw just a few days ago, Ellipsis launched a sandwich attack resistant AMM, which looked pretty interesting. We're going to see off-chain models in Solana like RFQ. We're going to see unique types of tokens. Today, everyone uses the same token program. In the Ethereum world, token standards are much more flexible. They could do weird and annoying things, and they're difficult to manage, but they're much more customizable. I expect to see this type of behavior in Solana as well, and we will see more complex MEV markets. We are very excited to be building on Solana and be along for the ride with you all. IBRL. If you are interested in learning more about 0x, building on any of our products, or getting early access to any of the technology we are building, please scan this barcode and reach out to learn more.